Hi lads, this is Crow and I'm bringing you my next deck profile, which is my boner deck for Pokemon. Anyways, let's begin. I have Crobat EX and Crobat, plus 2 Golbats, and then the 3 Zubats. This deck really runs well with the Crobats, especially if you bring him out. It'll do triple poison and then you're pretty much screwed. You'll take 3 damage each turn. With Crobat EX, Distortion is a very interesting move where you can just do 1 damage to anybody on the field, which is amazing. Alright, next off we have 2 Dark Ampharos, 2 Dark Fluffy, and 3 Mareeps. This deck is actually pretty well. When you have Dark Ampharos, every time your opponent evolves, so I have my Mareep, I evolve, you take 2 damage. If it evolves again, you take another 2 damage, so that's 4 damage. It takes if it's a 2 stage, and if it's not, it just takes 2 damage if you're 1 stage, which is actually very, very useful. Especially with this burner deck, when you combine these 2 babies, and that's it. You take 2 damage plus 1 more, that's 3 damage, which is a hell of a big risk to take. Anyways, you have 2 Weezings and your 3 Coughings. Another good thing about this Team Rocket Coughing is that if your opponent knocks it out, you're confused and poisoned. And with Weezing, he's just an annoyance where he comes into play and it's like, okay, confusing guys, I do 10 damage and you're confused. If not, you can go with Poison Smog. You do 10 damage to each bench Pokemon your opponent has, and then all of a sudden, both your defending Pokemon are now poisoned. Or one if you're doing single. So Weezing is the annoyance to this deck. I actually added it recently, and it does very great. People really hate the Weezing. Again, my staples, Energy Draw Delcatty. In this deck it actually does well. There's no problems. I'll explain something else later. Anyways, I'm adding my supporters. Lady Outdooring, Professor Elm's training method, Copycat, Wally's training, Fisherman, and Mr. Brian's compassion. These are the supporters to the deck. Then you have your trainer cards, 2 switches, a Pokénav, Energy Recycle System, Rare Candy, and Professor Elm. Next you have your Poké Tools, a Goldberry for healing, and you have your Curse Powder, which Curse Powder is actually really useful when it comes to the fact that, okay, I have my Crobat EX out, I attach Curse Powder to it. You kill my Crobat EX. Okay, he's dead. You take 3 damage because of Curse Powder, which is another thing that makes the deck run even well. So 2 of them is really good. If you want to run the 3rd one, that's up to you. And the last trainer is a Stadium card, low purchase system. Actually, it does very good on giving HP to Crobat. That's 10 more for Crobat. That's 10 more for Ampharos, and Weezing gets a 90 instead of 80, so that's 120 for Ampharos, and for Crobat EX he gets 140, and the other Crobat gets 100 HP, which actually, believe it or not, a lot of people keep forgetting that this is in play. So when they look at Crobat EX, let's just say, they'll be like, alright, I'm gonna do 130 to it. Okay, I'm still alive by 10 HP. A lot of people really do forget about this. And I have used it countless times against my opponents, and my opponents use it on me, and a lot of people always forget about this. Sometimes they kill their Pokemon off, and I'm like, no. He has to stay in the field because he still has 10 HP, and they're like, oh, okay. So, believe it or not, it's a very useful card that a lot of people forget about it. Anyways, next we have our energy cards, our recycle system. Boost, Energy, Multi, and Scramble. You're basically your staples for the deck. And you have 8 Grass Energies and 8 Electric Energies. So this is basically the deck. For the side, if you want to run Darkness Energy, it's very useful because you bring out Dark Ampharos. Dark Ampharos is now going to do 10 more damage. So his final move is going to do 90 damage. Instead of it's normal 70, or if you put 4 of them, it's gonna be 110. But 2 is good enough.
Here comes another part that I wanted to talk about with Delcatty.
let's just say if you want to run Ferret is actually very good in this deck. I choose the Delcatty more because energies, I mostly always have my energy recycle system, or I have my fisherman to pick them up. But if you want to use Ferret and waste turn, you can actually pick off anybody you want. So if you want to bring out your burners quickly, like Crobat EX and Dark Ampharos, or wait, is it? Or bring out your Curse Powder. That's 3 items that make the deck, you know, very useful. Or your low pressure system, just for the burning techniques, which is very great if you ask me. So Ferret is up to you if you want to use it. I use the Delcatty better. I was running, when I first made this deck, I was running Magneton because of the recycle for energy cards. It did very good with, especially with Delcatty, because you would throw an energy, and then all of a sudden next time you throw another energy, and then you use just magnetic field. You throw 1 energy, you pick up 2 instead, which is again another great combo. And instead, if you don't want to use low pressure system, you just want to go pure burning, you can use Rocket's Magnify Minefield Gym, which it's a risky move because if you put up a bunch, you have to flip a coin, and if you get heads, I believe, no, if you get tails, you take 2 damage, but your opponent also, you know, has to flip anytime he puts a bench Pokemon. So it's a double-edged sword, but it's really good. But I choose the low pressure system over the Minefield. I haven't tested this out, but I can assure you that it will do very good with this burner deck. Well, anyway, guys, that was my burner deck for Pokemon. If you like this video, please subscribe, you know, do whatever you like, comment, whatever. And I'll be talking about my next deck, which will be my power deck. One of my power decks. So that'll be the next one. Until next time, YouTube. Catch you later.